Hi everybody, this is Mr. Jason. I am recording this from a top secret location, and that's not why I'm not currently at Roosevelt. Miss B thought it would be a good idea to do a drawing where we get to practice the shapes that we've been learning about over the last few weeks. We're going to learn about some two-dimensional shapes, those are flat, and then some three-dimensional shapes where it looks like they have some depth. We'll show you how to draw those. We're going to draw a robot using our shapes. And the very first shape our robot is going to have four sides. You're going to need a piece of paper, sideways. In art we call this landscape. You're going to need something to draw with. I recommend a pencil. I'm using a Sharpie just so you can see it. And in the middle of the paper, just a little bit over to the right side, we're going to draw a shape with four sides. Now these four sides are not all the same length. There's two really long ones and two that aren't quite as long. So it's not a square. This particular shape with two long lines, two shorter lines is called a rectangle. And this is the main body of our robot. Above that, we're going to find the middle point of our rectangle at the top. We're going to draw a diagonal line that goes to the middle. And then on the other side, another diagonal line that comes down to the middle. A slightly slanted line up on both sides. And then connect the top two. If you've drawn this shape with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides, you have drawn a pentagon. Pentagons have 5 shapes. Miss B has talked to you a few times about a famous building in Washington, D.C. that has this shape as well. Also, it's called the Pentagon. So, Pentagon has 5 shapes. Inside of our robot's head here, we're going to draw 2 shapes that have no sides at all. They're round. They almost look like marbles. And these are, of course, circles. If we added depth to it and made shading to make it look three-dimensional, it would be a different shape, but we're going to take care of that over here in a little bit. For our robot's mouth, we're going to draw a diagonal line going up and diagonal line going back down. Same thing underneath, diagonal line going down, coming up. So it looks like a diamond shape. But this diamond shape has another name. We learned it a few days ago. This diamond shape that you just drew is called a rhombus. Now in this area, our robot needs a mechanical heart. So we're going to draw one. We're going to draw a short little straight line, and down below it another little short little straight line. And we're going to draw 2 more. We have 2 going side to side, 2 going straight up and down. We're going to connect them all with diagonal lines. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. And if you think about a famous comic book villain or something that lives in the ocean that has 8 legs, you know that the word octa means 8. This is a polygon with 8 sides, so octagon. That is our octagon and our robot's heart. Our robot needs some pants. I'm going to draw a straight line, diagonal line, diagonal line going the other way, and then just connect these 2 points with a straight line. So we've got 4 sides. 2 lines are the same size. The other 2 aren't quite the same length. Basically, it looks like a rectangle that's pinched in on itself. That shape is called a trapezoid. Below this trapezoid, we're going to draw our robot's legs. They're going to be triangles. Triangle has 3 sides, so we're going to draw a long straight line there, a diagonal, and connect it. We're going to do that on both sides. Diagonal, straight line, and connect it. So those have 3 sides. I'll verify. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. They're both triangles. And our robot has legs. How about some feet? We talked about the rectangle here having 4 sides, but they're not all the same length. Over here we're going to draw them that have the same length. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides all the same length. 1, 2, 3, 4. So our robot has some boxy feet there. We'll pretend those are treads or something cool. So we've used some squares for the feet. Now we need some arms. I'm going to stretch a circle really long. Over here I'm going to stretch a circle. Whenever you stretch a circle like that, it changes its name as well as its shape. That's a circle. We stretch it and it becomes an oval. And on the end of these ovals, we need to draw some hands. So I'm going to draw a pair of straight lines, diagonal lines going up, 2 diagonal lines going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. I want you to think about that for a little bit as we draw another one. 2 straight lines. Then we're going to go diagonal up, connect, connect. So we've got 2 hands here. They both have 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, you got it right. Those are both hexagons. Hexagons have 6 sides. Now, I also said we were going to be doing some 3-dimensional shapes. We're going to do that in the background. First, let's put our robot on a planet. We're just going to draw a long, gentle curved line so that our robot is standing somewhere. Up here in the corner, we're going to start with a circle. Right now, it's 2-dimensional. It has no depth. It's a 2-dimensional shape. Now, those of you using pencils or crayons, when you draw this next part of the design, you can smudge it and make it look a lot cooler. I have to use a Sharpie, so we're going to use our imagination. I'm going to draw a bunch of short lines all around one side of the circle, kind of showing this side is in the shadow. And I'm going to just a little on this side to make it look like a highlight. So maybe it looks like it's just a little 3-dimensional, which would make it a sphere. And then flying across space over on this corner, let's draw a circle. And then a diagonal line down, a diagonal line up, connecting those. We'll give it some depth, some lines to make it look like it's 3-dimensional. And there's a cone flying through space. Maybe it's a rocket flying from the planet, so we can draw some fire from it. Yes, I just did a sound effect. I cracked myself up. Okay, so there's a rocket flying off into space. On this side of the planet, we're going to draw a diagonal line going up. From that point, draw a straight line down. And let's draw another diagonal line down. And on this side, which would be the dark side, we'll just add some lines. They do not have to be perfect. They're just to make it look like this side is darker than the front side, so that it has some depth to it. When you have a 3-dimensional triangle, it is called a pyramid. So we've got sphere, cone, pyramid. I'd like to draw some buildings over here, so we're going to draw a square. Our square is going to go off into the distance, so we're going to do a diagonal line, connect these two. Now we're just going to draw a straight line down all the way to the planet. Another straight line down all the way to the planet. Another straight line down all the way to the planet. Well, that's a three-dimensional rectangle. Let's draw another one while you think about the name. Straight line, connect it with diagonals. Straight line all the way down to the planet. Let's do that again. And another one. And we're going to stop at that building. So now we have a couple of towers right next to each other. And those are rectangular prisms. We've got the rectangles. They have 3 dimensions. We have to add some lines because this is the dark side of the building. So we're trying to show that it's 3-dimensional. I'm going fast because we have a time limit, and those don't have to be perfect. There's just dark lines. So those are rectangular prisms, a 3-dimensional rectangle. Well, a planet that the robot lives on, they don't just want pyramids and rectangles. They have some creativity. So we're going to draw an oval. Remembering an oval is a stretched circle like over here. Straight line down to the building, to the planet. Another straight line down to the planet. They're just over the horizon so we don't see the base. Let's add some lines over here. There's slightly curved lines that come down. Just to show that this is a 3-dimensional shape. So we have an oval, but we have sides as they're going down. Kind of look like a Pringles can. Yes, whoever said that, you are correct. This is a cylinder. And again, because they're creative, our robots created one more type of building. We'll draw a triangle. 1, 2, 3 sides. We're going to come all the way down to the planet. All the way down. All the way down. This side's a little darker, so this is the side that we'll add the shading on. We have a triangle, but we have these long, straight sides. This one's a pyramid. That's a 3-dimensional triangle. And this is a triangular prism. It's similar to the rectangular prism. We can tell the difference. We have a rectangle face. We have a triangle face. They're both prisms. So, real quick review, then we'll be done. We have a rectangle, a pentagon that has 5 sides, circles. The diamond-shaped mouth is a rhombus. Our arms are ovals. The hands are hexagons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. If we want to make them cool, now that we learned about the sides, we can make them look like claws by drawing a circle on a line. Line, circle. But it doesn't change the fact that it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a hexagon. The robot's heart is an octagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. We've got some pants here for our robot. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, like a rectangle, but it pinches in. These bad boys here have 1, 2, 3 sides each. Our legs are triangles. The little tread feet are perfect squares. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 equal sides. We've got a pyramid off in the distance here. It's a 3-dimensional triangle. Up in space, we have a cone flying into space. We've got a circle and then a point. It looks like an ice cream cone. Over here, we have a big moon. We added some shading here to make the moon 3-dimensional, making it a sphere. The Pringles can tower here is a cylinder. These 2 rectangular prisms are some buildings, some skyscrapers. And our last shape here is a triangular prism, triangle face. I hope you enjoyed drawing our robot using shapes, and I look forward to doing some more art lessons over this school year. So everybody, have a great day. I'll see you soon.